how did you feel physically and just emotionally to be back out there last night?
Yeah, physically I was tired, for sure. But emotionally it was fun. It's been a minute, and it felt good to get back out there. Oh yeah, it was good.
You've gotten a chance to see these rookies all throughout training camp, but when you get into a live game, that experience is obviously different. What did you think of their performance last night?
Yeah, they were all good. Preseason, I say, is like it's a learning experience. You get your feet wet, you figure it out a little bit. And I think they all did so. So I say they all did good.
We talk about preseason being a learning experience. Charlotte had aggressive guards. They switched defensively. What were some of the things that you guys were able to learn from that game?
Yeah, you just got to play with pace. It can't get slowed down. That's what switching defenses is for. Um, and yeah, if we play with pace, we'll be all right no matter what the defense is, but especially against switching.
Sure, you had lineups out there last night. One kind of small ball with Trey and Ty and Teo out there. And another one you had, I think, maybe four guys that were 6'9" or taller. What do you think just about the different kind of cards that you all can throw out there in terms of your lineups and the way that you look configured out there?
Yeah, I'd say it's really the new NBA, positionless basketball. Guys that can make multiple decisions, multiple plays, and that's what makes you the hardest to guard. I think we had that for sure in our first couple of lineups. We have guys that can shoot, pass, dribble, and make a play for the next guy. And the better we get at that, the better we get at decision making, is the better we'll be in the future. But I think we're off to a good start for sure.
Mark mentioned, just defensively, it's one of those things that takes time as you get to know your teammates.
Mm-hmm.
As an example, like, when you're going up in a screening action on defense with Baisley, he's going to switch.
Mm-hmm.
What's that process for you like, the feeling out of all of these new teammates that you have and figuring out what you're going to do on any given possession with those guys on the floor?
Yeah, it's a process for sure, like Coach said. But I think it just comes with more experience, practice, playing together. And it's something that every team goes through. Nothing like, you know what I'm saying? It's not nothing crazy. But like I said, we're obviously very young, a lot of new guys. And we'll just continue to get better at that day in and day out. But we will get to a point where we're really good at that, and we have really good team chemistry. It's just a matter of time.
Shai, what have you seen from Josh's vision and just the passes that he's able to make?
Yeah, I think that's where he hangs his hat on every night. He sees the game really well. I think I've said this before, his brain is ahead of his age for sure in terms of seeing the game and playing basketball. And he's obviously special for that.
He and others have talked that when he was playing in Australia, the game's not as spaced, and obviously it's different in the NBA. I feel like it's similar to college ball a little bit. Can you just sort of relate your experience to that? Like, as a ball handler in the NBA, how much more space you have to create and how that can free you up a little bit?
What was your question exactly, sir?
Just the difference in spacing between,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in his case, playing in Australia, but
Okay.
in your case, playing in college,
Yeah.
and how you just don't have the spacing and the shooters that you have in the NBA.
Right, right.
Does that free you up as a playmaker?
Yeah, for sure. With the three-point line being farther back, more talent around you, obviously. Yeah, it's inevitable. In the NBA, there's a little bit more space. But that doesn't mean it's always easier. Obviously, bigger and stronger athletes. But yeah, it's something that you get adjusted to. And Josh has had the privilege of playing pro for a pretty long time now. So you guys saw it last night. He was comfortable in the space. But yeah, he did a good job.
Anybody else in the room? All right, we're going to take it to the Zoom. Christos Saltis, you have a question for Shai? Go ahead with your question.
Hello, Shai. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. What you like most about this season's Thunder? Speaking about the roster, speaking about the attitude and the approach on the floor after the first preseason game.
Can you ask that one more time, please?
Yeah. What did you like most about this season's Thunder? Speaking about the attitude and the roster of your team after the first preseason game.
Yeah, we have a lot of young guys that are willing to learn, want to be good, and take every experience as a learning experience. And I think that's where we start, and that's where we get better. We soak up the experiences, and we learn from them, and we move forward. And I think we did so last night.
And also about you, another season as a leader. How do you feel about that role in this young group of guys, and what is the ceiling of that group and your ceiling as a player as well?
Yeah, I don't like to ever put a ceiling on anybody, especially myself. It all depends on how hard you work. You listen to the right advice, do the right things. You can be as good as you want to be, and I say that for every guy on this team.
Anybody else on the Zoom? Thank you, Shai.